Okay, I'm back here once again with my Mul-T-Lock Interactive kick in an ABS 8355 closed shackle. Last time I did this, I had a couple of issues gutting it and just was kind of rushing a little bit. So this lock will turn counterclockwise, but it will not open the lock. It doesn't have anything stopping it. It's a standard kick cylinder put into an adapter. So it will rotate left, and you could pick it left, but it would not unlock the lock. So it has to go clockwise in order to unlock the lock. So this is an interactive, standard interactive with 4 spools, and over the interactive element is a standard. Kind of running through, just trying to really get to the back pin, and then I'll come through and I'll go through again, because 1 and 2 tend to fall when I do the back pins. So now I'm trying to get number 4. Let off a little pressure and nothing fell. Gonna fish around on number 2 a little bit more, and now I'm going to go to the inner pins. So number 1, get there, and I kind of push and pull a little bit, make sure that I'm into that hole, the inner pin hole. Okay, so no movement on any of them. Okay, so not really getting any movement, so I'm going to go to number 2 with a little bit taller pick. And there, got that pin up, and I got a little bit of movement. Now right behind this false set is spring tension. So it's right on the edge of the spring tension now. Okay, got a little bit further, and there we go, popped it open. So I touched the center of pin 5, got a little bit more, and I was against that spring tension, so I had to give it a little bit more oomph just to get there. So let's back out the camera angle and keep everything in view. So I will move the vise out of my way and get myself positioned with the camera. Sorry for the shakiness here. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, drop the core. And there is the kick cylinder, and there is our Z-bar, so that you cannot have, Z-bar is for key retention. Move these out of the way. All right, now depress the pin. Come on. And take the cap off. So I do have a cap removal tool, but with this lock, it doesn't work because of the tail piece there. It won't fit in order to use the cap removal tool. So I do have to do the old depress method. Okay, take the pin out and the spring so we don't lose that. Put my Z-bar up here too, and my cap. All right. So I'm going to leave it in this position, and I'm not going to put the key in. When I put the key in, I tend to push the key and the pins jump out of the cylinder. So I'm going to just do it this way. Just making sure I wasn't losing anything. Just do it that way there. So, all right. There's pin 1. There's the inner pin. Oh, that's the inner pin of 2 also came out. So the inner pin is in 1, but number 2's inner pin fell out. There's 3. And the inner pin of 3. Oh, let's just go ahead and take the inner pin of 1 out since the other ones are out as well. Come on. So it's the only one that doesn't want to come out. Oh, maybe because I was doing it backwards. Okay. So the interactive pin is a standard pin on the bottom as well. The other ones have that little kind of torpedo shape to them, except for this one. Also number 4 is a standard pin on the bottom as well. And there is number 5. All right, taking a little more time here to make sure I don't have any catastrophes like I did yesterday. So there's pin 1 is a spool. 2 again is the interactive element, and it is a standard pin, so it's standard over standard. There is the spool. There's another spool, and then this last one's going to be a spool as well. And then the springs are all in there. They all do have springs in them. Come on, doesn't want to focus, I guess, up close. Anyway, get that later. I'm going to look at the body here real quick, the core. Try to get this to focus for me. Number 2, it's hard, I can't get it to focus on that. But number 2 has a little bit different shape to it. Out on the edges, it's got a little more of a ramp. It looks like it has a little more allowance for that center pin to move. And we can go back to here. That's probably one of the things that'll help zoom up close. So there we go. We can see that it has a little bit of a misshape on the outer edge compared to the other ones. And it seems to be maybe to help the interactive center pin. I'm not exactly sure, because when the key is in, it does sit a little bit low, and you can see the interactive element down inside of there as well. This one is more of a rectangle, where my other one is more of a cone shape. This one's kind of an oval, oblong shape. But anyway, that is the Mul-T-Lock Interactive with spools. Thanks.